Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we can see how to create a color combination Observatory acrylic. So I am picking some viridian hue, some ultramarine blue and some white mixed well together for the color combination. I am using an art knife for the color mixing. After making of this color, today I will bring you an idea to paint a winter landscape. So I am going to be using 10 by 12 canvas board, brushes flat size 22, 12 and 8, liner 02, stencil size 8 or sponge. First, moist my flat brush size 22 and picking some observatory, some white mix well together for the new color creation and apply top on the canvas board from one side to side step by step like this. When I am coming down, I am adding some more white with the previous color and spun it well together. Apply left to right on the canvas board like this step by step. Now, I am going to ready to blend the colors together from downwards to upwards. Here means from lighter to darkish. And using sweeping horizontal brush strokes like this step by step by giving even pressure to the brush on the canvas board from left to right. Please try to complete your blending before drying paint on the canvas. Once complete the sky background, next step going to create some water. Here we have. So, I am picking and adding little more white for previous color because here more light falling in the water reflection here too. When I come down, just adding some darkish to the previous color. So, when I come down to create for less light falling effect on the water. Now I am going to be drawing a horizon line from the forest skyline in the middle of the canvas board with the same flat brush to pick some observatory acrylic and picking little bit of black, spun it well together and using dabbing techniques gently create the distance trace line from left to right. Please just holding the brush and keeping the bristles like vertical way, not horizontal. Now we are creating the forest line, distant trees and bushes. The next layer, little darkies, I am adding little more black with the previous color to create like this bottom of the distance trees. The next step going to create the base of the land and snow near the river bank. So first to create the base of this, I am using the same flat brush. I am going to pick some observatory acrylic and little black mix well together to create the curvy line like this here. And just fill in it, complete it like this. Later here we are going to create the snow bit. Now here I am going to creating the moon. There are so many options. For examples, we can creating directly on the canvas. Otherwise here I am showing another method, that is take any round sheet as per your desire and applying white on the one side and holding tightly placing on the canvas right side here like this, giving little more pressure and hold it for a couple of seconds and take it away slowly. Next, around the side just softly scumbling and this kind of circular motion brush strokes pushing and smoothen up like this around. For this techniques, I am not using wet brush, just using the dry brush only. After completing this, I am going to create the moon little brighter just to follow the same previous concept with some titanium white. The next step we are going to create the trees. So I am coming to creating the trees. First I am creating amount of trees and branches to little big tree. Here build it up with black acrylic and have to create branches. Here I am using linear size 2 for making of trees, but we can use angular brush or flat brush size 2. And loading black acrylic with both sides of the bristles to create the trees like this, holding brush and keeping bristles of brush vertical way, put lesion pressures on the top to make the tree. When we come down, give little more pressures when come downwards to create the trunk of the trees. Here we are going to create the trees reflections. Replicate the skyline with straight brush strokes to give the reflections in the water. Just pull down like this from one corner to the end. After finishing this, here I am going to create the trees reflections in the water too. And here we can see here some water in the lake also. Already we have created the land near the river bank, adding fallen snow here on this base. I am not adding water in the color, only the same flat brush using the taping motion brush strokes to create this snow. And we are going to create the highlighting of the snow bed and with some shadows and deep part too. So picking some Observatory color mixed with the white and create snow mounds and pull up to more realistic look of our paintings, just giving to blunt it out the leftover misty thin layer look. Finally giving more realistic look with some titanium white here because here more light on the snow bed. I'm going to share with you few hints. Before to start the painting, with the colors sketch the outline of the image that in your mind. Very sure and believe that painting snowy is not bashful challenging. It's not seeming difficult to deal with a daunting task. Must know and understanding the colors of snow, you must notice that snow is not always looking like pure white. Snow should have a reflection of that hues. For example, if the sky is looking like blue, the snow will have blue hues. Maybe if the sky is looking like grey, the snow will have the grey hues. So make sure that the point snow can appear blue, grey or pinkish at times according to day, noon or night. Snow reflects all the colors and reflects the colors of its surroundings and the sky. Always give the details to snowy paintings. Choose the right colors for snow when you paint winter landscape. Finally, I am using the same linear brush size 2 and picking some black acrylic, creating the big tree here and making some branches and big trunk too here. I am going to creating some snow covered on the branches. So I am using the stencil brush size 8 and picking some titanium white and making some fallen snow on the branches. Must to know about before painting for snowy winter, must consider the time of the day, the weather and the atmospheric which you want to create, that may be morning, noon or moonlit night, whatever it may be. For example, if you select to paint morning snowy winter means sometimes during the winter morning is looking like foggy or sometimes seems look like clear sky. This may happen in the noon, evening and moonlit night too. Next, the depth and texture of the paintings. This is an important part of making the depth and texture to the snow, which give the realistic to the winter paintings. By making multiple layers of paint with different brush strokes, which give the good texture to the snow in paintings. Here I am using the stencil brush and picking some titanium white, taping around here wherever I used to have covered the snow, some on the top of the branches here. And finally creating some small snowbed floating on the water and giving the realistic look to the snowbed with white acrylic, creating the snow on the tree's trunk too. The next one, make the detail on snow with light and shadows. Making realistic shadows on snow. Snow has no own colors, it depends the reflection of the surroundings. The next one, making elements on winter landscapes. Now make the paintings more beautiful with creating the elements. such as animals like winter tea, frozen water bodies, snow, dews, and some distant objects like trees, mountains with sun or moon if needed to give the good depth seen to your paintings. Now finally finish your painting with making reflections and shadows were essential to make realism and it conveying your sense in your painting. Little practice will make your painting perfect. Enjoying the processing of painting, keep creating, learning and embracing your passion always and creating of painting. I am sharing here different brush strokes and techniques for beginners. Here color creating challenging and one color using with the making of painting. Here are getting ready for you in my upcoming videos. Stay connected, like, share, subscribe. See you in my next video.